following is a Hoop Ball presentation.
Hello and welcome to the Box Score Breakdown, episode December 20th, 2018. I am your host, Neil Rochlani, doing the show solo. Adrian Benjamins has abandoned me this evening. And since there's only 2 games, it's going to be fairly quick. So let's get to it. We're going to start with Miami-Houston. Very entertaining game here, 101-99. Houston falls a little short. We'll talk about Chris Paul here in a moment, gets injured during the game, unfortunately. But let's start off with the box score first. James Harden played 43 minutes, 35 points, 6 rebounds, 12 assists. Struggled, though, shooting 7 of 23, 15 of 18 from the free throw line, 6 3-pointers, 2 steals, 3 turnovers. The aforementioned Chris Paul played just 12 minutes, 4 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists on 1 of 3 shooting, 2 of 2 from the line. No 3-pointers, no steals, no blocks. Clint Capella played 29 minutes, 6 points, 14 rebounds, 1 assist on 3 of 7 shooting, 1 steal and 1 block. Eric Gordon, very solid night from what we're expecting from him. 20 points on 6 of 17 shooting. So I'm calling that solid. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 3-pointers, and a block. PJ Tucker, 14 and 7 on 5 of 14 shooting, 3 3-pointers himself, and a steal off the bench. Gerald Green plays 25 minutes, 5 6 and 0 on 2 of 7 shooting, a steal, a 3-pointer. Nene, 19 minutes, Daniel House, 18, and Brandon Knight, 18. All right, so Chris Paul, as I'm sure most of you know, injured his hamstring, will be out for a while. It looks like it's going to be a solid month before he comes back, looking at the end of January. So what do we do? What do we do with this team? I think Eric Gordon is worth a look if you need points. I mean, he's going to be taking a lot more shots. He took 17 tonight. He's averaging 22% usage on the year, 15 points per game. I think this goes up to maybe 18 to 20 in Paul's absence. He's only shooting though 37%. So he's going to kill you in that category. He's going to kill you in that category specifically. Nowhere else though. I mean, it's going to be tough to weather. I think, his defensive stats are not good. His steals are not good. He doesn't really get too many assists, rebounds. All he does is really shoot, make threes. And it's decent from the free throw line, 78%. So he's right on the cusp there. I guess in a points league, I would pick him up. I mean, they've got to find scoring elsewhere. And I think he's the one that is trusted the most. He's had some solid games in the past year. So I think it's okay to roll with him in a points league. Otherwise, though, it's so hard. I mean, if you're really desperate, I guess, pick him up. So I may have contradicted myself there. Apologize. Let's see. Anyone else? Brandon Knight is an interesting one, although I don't think he takes over for Chris Paul. And even if he does, I don't think he is going to be fantasy worthy. But that's one to keep an eye on. You never know. He has been fantasy viable in the past. He is a point guard in this league. Houston, I think, got him for a reason. They gave him 18 minutes tonight, so he gets to the high 20s. Perhaps he can deliver. None of these other players have shown their ability to produce much fantasy value. I know PJ Tucker technically is fantasy worthy, but it's too hard for me to trust on a night-to-night basis. I need more consistency for my players. So that's what I'm going with. Let's go over to the winning side, the Miami Heat, 101 points. led by Josh Richardson, 22 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists on 9 of 19 shooting, 4 3-pointers, and a single turnover. So Hassan Whiteside, solid game from him, just 9 points, but 17 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 of 8 shooting. Unfortunately, he still struggles from the free throw line. I think he had an air ball at one point. 1 of 4 from the free throw line, 2 steals, 2 turnovers. James Johnson, 18 minutes, 11 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists on 5 of 11 shooting, 1 steal. Magruder, 24 minutes, unfortunately, is not doing much in the stat line. 5 points, 1 rebound, no assists, no steals, no blocks, a 3-pointer. Tyler Johnson gets a start here with Dragic injured now for extended period of time. Looks like he won't be back until fantasy is starting to come towards the playoffs. Looks like end of February when he's looking to come back. So Tyler Johnson gets to start tonight, 32 minutes, 19 points, 4 rebounds on 6 of 10 shooting, 5 of 9 from the field, 2 3-pointers. 5 of 9 from the free throw line, 6 of 10 from the field, 2 3-pointers, 2 blocks, and 2 turnovers. Off the bench, we know about Dwayne Wade, 26 minutes, 10 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 of 17 shooting though. 0 of 6 on 3-point land, 1 steal. Took a couple shots down the stretch here that I thought could have gone to other players. Dwayne Wade is definitely going to get this sort of farewell tour minute run. So I think at home it might be even stronger than on the road. Well, I'm not sure how it's going to play out. Anyway, I thought tonight they might not roll with him as much, but as long as Dragic is out, they're going to need another person who can distribute, and he's one of them. So despite his lack of fantasy value and unfortunately diminished athleticism, he's going to get out there and might hurt this team on the court, but we'll get the playing time. The guy who's more interesting, I think, is Derek Jones Jr. 27 minutes tonight, 15 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist on 3 of 8 shooting, 8 of 11 from the free throw line, a 3-pointer, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. He has not been bad recently. He's someone who I think they like out there in Miami, and it's crowded, so it's hard to know, but keep a watch on him. Also, keep watching Adebayo and Olynyk. They played off the bench 24 minutes and 22, respectively. Adebayo, 3 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists on 1 of 5 shooting. No defensive stats. Olynyk, in 22 minutes, 7 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists on 3 of 8 shooting, and a 3-pointer. I guess there's one person from, let's say, we know Richardson. He's 50th overall on a per-game basis and 9 cat. Let's see, an 8 cat, which is where I'm more familiar with. He is 54th as well there. Hassan Whiteside is falling to 79th, really killing you in the free throw percentage. Really no one else is fantasy-worthy full season. I think if you need a stream, Tyler Johnson, if you need 3-pointers and I was going to say point guard categories, but tonight no assists. So they just have a lot of guys that are pretty good, and no one's really great. So unfortunately, I think it's going to be kind of like Boston Light. A lot of guys getting a lot of high 20-minute games, and from a night-to-night basis, it's going to be hard to know who's going to do well. We know we can avoid Magruder and avoid James Johnson, I think. But between Tyler Johnson, Derek Jones Jr., Wade having he'll have some highlight nights throughout the rest of the season, Adebayo and Olynyk, it's going to be tough to really target any single one of those. So I'm staying away. I am streaming Adebayo in a league, but that's because I don't really have a better option. It's a deeper league. All right, so let's go on to the second game of the night. It was the LA Clippers 125, the Dallas Mavericks 121. Great game here from our favorite rookie, Luka Doncic. In 31 minutes, he scored 32 points on 20 shots, went 10 of 20 from the field, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 9 of 13 from the line, 3 3-pointers, 4 steals, 4 turnovers. DeAndre Jordan double-double with 11 points, 22 rebounds, 3 assists on 4 of 6 shooting. 3 or 4 from the line. This guy just keeps knocking down his free throws. Great to see that improvement. Had a steal, no blocks tonight. Harrison Barnes, 16 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist on 6 of 14 shooting, 3 3-pointers and a steal. Wesley Matthews, 27 minutes. Not much tonight, though. Just 6 points on 7 shots. No rebounds, a single assist. No 3-pointers, a block. Brunson in the starting role for the injured Dennis Smith Jr. Played 21 minutes, 7 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 of 9 shooting, 2 of 2 from the line, a 3-pointer. Barea, I think, is someone you could probably stream for sure. 19 points, 3 rebounds, 8 assists, 8 of 15 from the field, a 3-pointer as well, 2 of 2 from the line. Dorian Finney-Smith cannot be streamed, 19 minutes, and Devin Harris, 19 minutes. Measury, 9. Kleber, 8. Powell, 7. Nowitzki, Dirk, 6 minutes on the court tonight. The one thing I'll take away from this game is Luka continues to be impressive. If you were an idiot like me and traded him early in the season, you were kicking yourself because he is delivering over his draft value at 48 on a per-game basis and 8 cat. Let's see. Harrison Barnes, 107. DeAndre Jordan, 53. JJ Barea, 189. But over the last couple of weeks, Barea has not been much better. That was not going where I thought. He's had games, though, right? Am I crazy to think that? He's definitely had games where he's worth streaming. Going down to his breakout. JJ Barea, let's see. So he came back in after being injured for a while. When he gets over 20 minutes, he seems to be fantasy worthy. And tonight he got 27. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here looking over his history. It doesn't happen a lot. So maybe you just have to roll with it and hope he gets over 20 minutes, but you can't count on it. Sorry about that. So let's move on to the final team of the night. That is the LA Clippers. You get the win with 125 points, led tonight by Danilo Gallinari. 32 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists on 11 of 16 shooting, 7 of 7 from the line, 3 3-pointers, and 2 blocks. Also starting tonight, Tobias Harris, 16 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists on 4 of 12 shooting, 8 of 8 from the free throw line, 1 steal. Gortat starting with 12 minutes, 4 points, 7 rebounds, 2 of 4 from the field. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, rough night for him. Just played 19 minutes, very ineffective, 4 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 2 of 4 shooting, and a steal. Bradley in 28 minutes in a starting role. Again, a very weak night in fantasy terms. 2 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, and no other stats. Off the bench, Lou Williams is back and better than ever. 26 points, 1 rebound, 8 assists for him on 9 of 12 shooting, 7 of 10 from the free throw line, a 3-pointer, and 2 steals. Montrezl Harrell, 18, 6, and 4. Great night for him. 9 of 13 from the field. Missed his 1 free throw. 2 blocks to go along with that. And Patrick Beverley, 8, 5, and 2. 3 of 7 from the field and a 3-pointer. Good to see Lou Williams back. I guess the biggest news here is Shai Gilgeous, and do you buy low on him if there's a frustrated fantasy owner out there? Or if you're a frustrated fantasy owner, do you drop him? He is 139th overall I shouldn't say overall, but over the past month in a per-game basis in 8 category leagues. And I think that's going to creep up. I really do think the stats follow the talent. But there are going to be a lot of games like this, and maybe if there are more games like this than others, there's better value out there. It's really hard to know. I know that he does generally have the trust of his coaching staff. He's been placed in a position to succeed. This is a very solid basketball team. And he is a big part of it. So I think I'm okay with owning him. Maybe if I'm in a games cap league, maybe not starting him every game until I'm a little more confident. But it's going to be up and down. Lou Williams, on the other hand, I think he will be solid going forward. He brings so much off the bench that really no one else does, that this team desperately needs the scoring. Not much there with other players such as Beverly off the bench. Bradley doesn't do much. It's really him and Harrell coming in and scoring. So if somehow Lou was dropped in your league, go and get him. And I think that's it. I'm going to wrap it up for our last episode of the week. I hope you guys are doing great in your fantasy leagues. I forgot to mention a couple things. One, this show is sponsored by Hawaiian Isles Kona Coffee. And if you'd like to get some coffee, you can find them at their website, hawaiianisles.com or amazon.com. I think you can buy it in person at cost. I'm not going to say it because I could be wrong about that. Anyway, we are also still selling our premium membership. If you're so inclined here at Hoopball, you could use the, I don't know what it's down to, but I have a coupon code. My first name, NEIL, will get you additional $3 off. And then finally, you can follow and tweet at me. My Twitter handle is @ballwithneil, BALLWITHNEIL. Let me know what you think. Give me some questions, holiday greetings, Merry Christmas wishes. All will be entertained. And with that, I'll see you guys next time.
This has been a Hoop Ball presentation.